Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the 2018 NFL Draft Class, specifically Alabama defensive tackle Da'Ron Payne in terms of his analytics profile. I've done a video in the past in terms of his production profile, and this video is going to look at his production profile and his athleticism profile to give you some insights into what he could become at the next level based on those particular statistics and data points. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're new to the work that I do, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So again, if you're not familiar with a lot of the work that I do in terms of, say, market share data or in terms of explosive lower body strength score, speed score, flexibility score, and those other types of things, just go to the description and all that information will be there, at least in terms of a general term and definition. It will be there. So, getting to Da'Ron Payne's profile. As mentioned in the previous video that was done back in February, production data, his production is not where it needs to be. And this is based on nose tackles, by the way. He had a 61.09 solo tackle market share production score, 16.15 sack score, and 11.67 tackle for loss score. Based on my data, which goes all the way back to the 1989 NFL Draft Class, when it comes to nose tackle prospects, so when I'm talking nose tackles, I'm talking nose tackle. I'm talking about guys like Casey Hampton, Lotte Nata, Vince Wilfork, and everybody in between. When you look at the all-pro potential area, Da'Ron Payne misses the mark in terms of solo tackle data, sack data, and tackle for loss data. And in many ways, it's just kind of a myth, guys. Everybody says that nose tackles shouldn't be productive in terms of sacks, shouldn't be productive in terms of tackle for loss. When you actually look at the data, do they have to be amazing in terms of sacks? No. Do they have to be amazing in terms of tackle for loss? No. But do they need to at least be average or a little above average in certain areas when you're talking about a high quality nose tackle? Yes. And that is the major sort of question mark with Da'Ron Payne. Now, he does hit, he's kind of in between a Pro Bowler and a starter when you look at his overall profile. And then, of course, when you look at the averages at the position, this is where you get more concerns about Da'Ron Payne to a certain extent, is when you look at the average for an all-pro nose tackle in terms of solo tackle data, sack data, and tackle for loss data, he misses the mark there. The averages for a Pro Bowl nose tackle misses the marks there. And even the averages for a starting nose tackle. So we're talking about a guy that's just a starter, not even a high-quality nose tackle. Kind of misses the mark there as well. Again, this doesn't completely mean that Da'Ron Payne is out of the discussion. He definitely is above the threshold for starting nose tackles, so he's just kind of on the low end of that. But it is somewhat of a concern that, again, you're getting a guy that definitely plays the nose tackle position, but is not producing like the great nose tackles have in the past, which is what all this data work is about. So again, all I can say about Da'Ron Payne from a production standpoint, again, is that he has good production, good enough to be a starter, but not good enough, or at least not where it needs to be when you're talking about what past great nose tackles have performed based on data. When you get to his athleticism profile, this is where things are a little bit different. Hits all the marks. I mean, 72.81 in terms of explosive lower body strength score, 94.82 in terms of his speed score, and 84.45 in terms of flexibility score. Hits the bottom end threshold in terms of all-pro potential, Pro Bowl potential, and starter potential in terms of his athleticism data. And that is the biggest selling point for Da'Ron Payne, is great athlete, very good athlete in terms of his ability to be explosive, fast, and flexible. Those are things that people see on film. Those are things that people get excited about. That's why everybody goes, wow, look at all this upside. Downsides to Da'Ron Payne. The production profile is not where it needs to be. Does that mean that he's going to be a bust at the next level? Not necessarily. He's a young player. He's one of the youngest defensive tackles in this draft class. But if you think that this is a multiple all-pro nose tackle, if you think that this is the next Vince Wilfork, if you think this is the next Lotte Nata, if you think this is the next Cortez Kennedy even, I just don't quite see that based on data. There's definitely a chance he could become an outlier because it's never happened before, but hey, anybody can become an outlier. So, but bottom line is, when it comes to Da'Ron Payne, I think this is a guy that you should value as a long-term starting nose tackle prospect, but not as a high-quality nose tackle prospect. And I think if you value him as a long-term starting nose tackle prospect instead of a high-quality nose tackle prospect, then I think you'll have a much better valuation of him in terms of the draft and in terms of future performance with him. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn@wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace!